Starting the first debate early tonight, joining us on debate number 1 on the News Hour this evening is one of the senior most members of the Public Accounts Committee. Saifuddin Soz, thank you very much for joining me. He's the man who's taking on Murli Manohar Joshi head on in the Public Accounts Committee every day. Also member of the Public Accounts Committee on the other side, Jay Panda of the BJD, Seshadri Chari, top leader of the RSS and well-known political analyst. Thank you very, very much, Seshadri Chari, and Vinod Sharma, political editor of the Hindustan Times. Thanks very much. Mr. Soz, what's this?
Yes.
What's
Please
this
go
secrecy,
ahead.
Mr. Soz? What's this secrecy? Why are you so desperately trying to maintain secrecy about what Murli Manohar Joshi has said? We already know what he said. You seem to be trying to do everything to make sure this report is thrown in the dustbin.
Arnab, let me tell you, for the whole day press people were after me that I should make a comment on what happened today in the Public Accounts Committee. But I avoided it because it's not good to go to the press. But when I heard that Murli Manohar Joshi had, as he established the tradition in this committee, every time going to the press all this year, and when I heard that he has already talked to the press and politicizing the issue, I decided to accept the invitation from you. Now let me make an important point. I will make only 2 points.
Yes.
Because if I quote many rules, many people will not remember. So I will make 2 very important points. First is that, because I have to say, what happened previously when there was a row, and that was unprecedented. First up, I must tell you, the nation through you, that ever since Public Accounts Committee was instituted, it is a prestigious institution, instituted in 1921, and all these years, there has never been dissent, there has never been this situation created by Dr. Manohar Joshi, for whom I have respect. He is an elderly, politician, and we must respect each other because, sometimes we have to look above parties because we are a democracy. We are a full-fledged democracy, a vibrant democracy. And Public Accounts Committee is a time-tested institution. And for the first time in our history, Dr. Joshi has created this situation. Let me tell you one major important reason why a row was created in the Public Accounts Committee. It was on a very essential point that he showed hurry to produce the report. That was bad, but in respect of one important procedure he bungled. It was the witnesses. He had invited whatever people he had in mind, he invited them. We showed respect to him. We never disagreed. For instance, from Pioneer he invited a correspondent. Later he invited a senior journalist, Mehta Sahab. We never objected to that. But when our term came, on our turn we said there are so many important witnesses. You want to close the report, there are so many important witnesses. Like Mr. Arun Shourie, who is not only a prominent journalist, he is an expert on this scam, and he wrote extensively all these months. You invite him. Then the former law secretary, then the registrar of the company. These were very important witnesses, and he never cared to listen. For instance, to me, I told him, Mr. Chairman,
no, sir,
you are first among equals.
Sir, with all respect, with the maximum respect to you tonight, and I do appreciate, Mr. Soz, the fact that you have chosen to come on the News Hour to clarify your position. With all respect tonight to you, Mr. Soz, the general feeling is that you are using the brute force of numbers, excuse my saying so, to somehow make sure that a report that is potentially embarrassing for the Prime Minister and for the former Finance Minister is put in the dustbin.
Not at all. If you create the condition, I have not yet told you 2 important points of rule. But I was telling you, as for invitation to witnesses, it is the committee's jurisdiction, not the chairman's exclusively.
So one second.
Right.
Okay, we are getting rebuts. We're getting rebuts. Other panelists want to rebut you, so I must give them the opportunity. To Jay Panda, I'm coming to you right now, but because Seshadri Chari raised his hand, we're getting rebuts. Some of our other panelists want to contradict you, so I must give them the opportunity. Mr. Chari, yes. What's your point?
Let them do it.
Mr. Chari first, go ahead.
Arnav, I am extremely sorry to observe that a person of Saifuddin So's stature has stooped down to such a low level of politicking. I did not expect this person to do it. In the earlier meeting of PAC, the Congress people, after the chairman left the office, they all came together and in an absolutely shameless manner they elected Saifuddin Soz as the president of the chairman of the PAC for one day. He was made Ek Din Ka Raja. He was so ashamed of it that he himself had to quit. He himself had to quit and then change the whole situation. And that is how the report went to the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. I am very sorry to say that for once the Speaker of Lok Sabha, the Speaker of Lok Sabha has also behaved in an absolutely partisan manner as a party politician rather than living up to the stature of the chair which he is occupying. By returning the report back to the PAC, she has created a constitutional crisis. It would have been very nice on the part of the PAC members if they had accepted the report which was tabled today, and whatever Mr. Saifuddin Soz is saying now, he could have called all those persons once again.
Okay, Mr. Soz is now responding to you. Mr. Chari, he heard you. He heard you. Yes, Mr. Soz. Mr. Soz, let him respond point by point.
Remember, Arnav, I did not object to anything that Saifuddin Soz said. Please let me complete. It was the Congress party which time and again went to the media to say that Dr. Joshi is one of the senior most members of the party and they have full faith in his justice. And this logic they gave in order to stall the installation of JPC. Now they are suddenly finding that because the PAC report has indicted, it has got a damaging report about the Prime Minister, the former Finance Minister. Now they want to go back on this, and this is nothing but absolute arrogance on the part of the Congress to discharge their duties in such a manner that they have shown total disregard to the constitutional provisions in this country.
Mr. Soz, my question is, would you like to respond immediately to that, or would you allow me to take the point of view of another senior PAC member, Mr. Jay Panda, before giving me a comprehensive response? Vinod Sharma, I am coming to you. Would you let me go to Jay Panda first, Mr. Soz, or do you want to immediately respond?
You can go, but I want on the question of witnesses. When I said it is the prerogative of the committee, it is governed by rules. And the rule book is with me.
Sir,
there is a guidebook for members of the Chief Public Accounts Committee. Then there are speaker directions. And that says clearly, if you want me to read, I will read out.
Are we hiding behind rules? Are we hiding behind rules?
Under which rule?
Sir, are we hiding behind rules?
Congress members behave in the manner in which they behave today in the PAC. Which rule says this?
Okay, one minute.
Which rule do they behave in such a manner?
My question is...
The guidebook for PAC.
Mr. Chari, 1 minute. Mr. Chari and Mr. Soz.
The fact is, Dr. Joshi has read the right rule to you.
Mr. Chari and Mr. Soz.
He is reading out the right act.
Mr. Chari and Mr. Soz, I am coming in.
Why don't you?
May I say
allow me.
I am telling you.
Allow me.
Mr. Arnab.
Mr. Soz.
The point is that there is a guidebook for the members of the Public Accounts Committee. And the guidebook section 67 is clear on witnesses. The committee will decide, not the. It is not the exclusive right of the chairman. And this is supported by the directions of the speaker.
My question here is, Jay Panda.
That is also there.
Jay Panda, we are on a very important issue here. Mr. Jay Panda, is it about rules and numbers?
But first, Arnav, I want to make a clarification. You erroneously mentioned that I am a member of the PAC. I am not. And if I had been, I would not be appearing in front of the media on your show or on any other show.
Your party is...
Because that is in fact...
Your party is represented.
No, yes, our party is. Yes, but it is, as has been pointed out many times, the traditions and customs have been established that members of committees do not speak about their committees outside. Yes, I will speak as a member of parliament. And I think it's terrible the way that bipartisanship has completely broken down because the committee process used to be somewhat insulated from the chaos of Parliament, because it was in camera, it was inside a closed room, and without the glare of the media. Till now, for many years, I think there had been a modicum of frank discussions in a courteous environment, and I think it's a sad day that this has broken down. This is another bastion of parliamentary procedures that has been breached, and it is just a sad day for Indian democracy.
I take your point. Now answer the more basic question. The argument, the
Yes.
central argument, Mr. Panda, of Saifuddin Soz tonight is on the issue of rules. So is this about being technically right on rules? Because there are also, this is not just pure fiction, Mr. Soz. This report is based on certain...
Let me-
One minute.
Arnab, let me answer that.
Mr. Panda, you got it.
Of course, rules have to be followed. Of course, rules have to be followed.
Let me make.
But I think...
Arnab, let me make both
Arnab,
points
let me
together. Let me make both points together, and then Mr. Panda will answer. One point is that inviting witnesses is not the exclusive jurisdiction of the chairman. It is the right and duty of the committee, and he violated this by inviting witnesses without consulting us. We conceded, but when we presented 3 or 4 names, he refused to do it.
No, but
that was the lapse.
But he says, no, I'm on fact. Do you disagree? No, do you disagree? Forget the procedure. 1 minute. Do you disagree, Mr. Soz? 1 minute. Since you're going on fact, let me tell you, on the Prime Minister, the PMO, this is what the report says. It says the strange sequence of events, exchange of letters, testifies to some unfortunate omissions. On January 3rd, 2008, by just acknowledging the minister's letter, the Prime Minister seemed to have given an indirect green signal for Raja. Of course, the implication is to go ahead with his plan and decisions. Do you, prima facie, disagree with this? Do you disagree with the references to the former finance minister? Do you disagree with the references to the Attorney General, to Shahid Balwa? Do you disagree with the facts of the report as have been found, or are you only harping on procedure?
No, this is Arnab. These are situations which, see, law will take its own course. You are coming to details. I am on procedures. In 2 ways, the chairman has gone wrong completely.
So
that he refused,
you are saying it's factually right, but procedurally wrong. No,
he did not. No. Kindly listen to me. Law should take its own course. Wrongdoers have to go to the jail or have to be punished, whatever way the system will punish them. Nobody can cover up the fraud and corruption in the country. But my point is that on 2 important procedures, the chairman has gone wrong. One is inviting witnesses. Here is the guidebook supported by the directions of the speaker. Then one more point. Then we can go to details.
Arnab, please, we are wasting time.
On the question,
Arnab, we are wasting time.
1 minute, Mr. Chari, you have to let him respond.
On the question of consensus,
Mr. Chari, let him respond.
see, I have to make further one point, and then they can debate. The second thing is that, very important, there cannot be a vote of dissent. When you produce a report, you have to arrive at a consensus.
Sir, so what do you want?
Public Accounts
So what
Committee.
happens,
There is
sir?
no provision.
So
there is no provision for that.
My